Bitch, where's my money? If you want to help me out, you can subscribe to me on Patreon, which is Grimachu, on Subscribestar, which is Grim-Jim, or if you want to make a one-off donation to help support me and keep the channel going, you can do so at paypal.me/JDesborough. Thanks. Hello lovelies, big news, or should I perhaps say big nudes, because I'm the new Dungeon Master for Tabletopless, run by Anna Cherry, Richard Roll and Erinis Entertainment. It's a combination D&D stream and adult show, so I'm new to all this. Hopefully it all goes well. I've put together a game world and adventure ideas that incorporate sexuality, which is something I've always wanted to do. It will be slightly campy, slightly over the top in terms of the sexual content and so on, obviously, because we're all there to have a good time and to mingle the gaming with the sexy times. And don't worry, you won't get to see me naked. Unless the tips are too low, when I might roll that out as a threat. If people don't pay, I might get naked. But yeah, it should be a very interesting experience. I recognise that I have a steep learning curve to go through here. It's a bit more produced and managed than a typical gaming session, but hopefully it'll all go okay. So you can check that out at tabletopless.org. And sign up. Our first session is this Friday, starting at around 8 PM UK time on Plexstorm. So I think that's all the information I need to give you. I can wonk on for a little bit about the game world. So it's a Magitech world in a similar way to Eberron, but perhaps slightly less over the top. Perhaps more of a Final Fantasy VI sort of setting, maybe. There's automata, magic is as much science as art, and the main conflict in the world is not between good and evil, but rather between law and chaos, between order and chaos, and it's ruled over in the majority by a rather staid, stodgy, censorious, controlling group called the Gerontocracy. Well, they go by other names, but basically it's the rule by the old, who are seeking ways to make themselves truly immortal and incorruptible so that they can rule forever. And standing against them in all their puritanical and controlling ways are rebels who act out their rebellion as much through sexuality as acts of violence and so on. So do join us for the campaign to kick off. I will be producing tie-in material, and some of that tie-in material will contain limited amounts of free membership to the tabletopless.org site. So if you want a taster, you'll be able to get it there by buying some products off me. Hopefully it'll be a big success. I hope so. It's nice to have my boundaries pushed a little bit and to try doing something new. So fingers crossed, and I hope we all have your support, and we'll see you there. Zang. his house in Relier, great Cthulhu lies dreaming, and when he awakens, he shall have the morning wood of aeons. Call of Cthulhu is a deeply pornographic card game. Enjoy your tentacles.
Now, Bob, consider this next question very carefully. What is your one purpose in life?
To explode, of course.
This is horrible what happened today. See, I don't like I have, okay, like a lot of you, I hate a lot, you know? But I hate with style and creativity.